Good evening, everyone. So here we are on week 6 lab exercise 3. So the goal is we the objective is to have a goal is activity is to create a simple scanner. Okay. So here create a simple scanner that will accept string input in the same variable declaration in Java. So for example, we have here int bar equal to 1. It should be identify the tokens of the string. So basically, if we have a variable int bar or variable name equal to 1 semicolon, it will be displayed as output is what is the data type, what is the name or variable name, what the assign operator, the value in the semicolon. Okay, so this is the goal on laboratory exercise 3. So I have decided to create it in JavaScript. So as you can see, I have already tested multiple errors here. So I'm expecting it's a string input string, same as Java syntax. So I make sure basically this is just a basic code analyzer. Okay, it doesn't have any fancy validation or any kind of fancy better like sophisticated OOP design. So I just created a simple script, and this is so basically right now I created a simple validation. So here it's a half bake. So here I check first if I receive expected input is like I showed here. So what is my expected, it will be defined like car or any primitive data type of Java or a variable name. This is the happy scenario that we are trying to achieve here, and then let's say A and then semicolon. Okay, so I make first I split them with the spaces. So I have 1 2 3 4. So check if I have this length split in empty spaces. If lay less than or greater than or greater than 4, I'll say it's invalid syntax and array list. Okay, and then I associate the value. Okay, the first index will be the data type, variable name, operator, and variable name. So here I check again, since it's a Java, if the value doesn't have, because right now I cut the string in empty spaces. So this is the first index, second index, the operator is the third index, the last operator is um, the value, but the value includes the last semicolon. So here I check if the value ends with semicolon, it means and then not it returns true. If it's false, I'll say it's an invalid Java syntax. So I'll see here missing semicolon phrases. So now then I split the value. So what I would do, I will say then what should I do? Let's say what I have here. I think it's pop. No, what I can do is I'll create an array. So let's say I'll do like this. Now I will what can I do is no, we will not remove the first. So I will say here we have So I will remove the semicolon first, okay? So what I will do, I will say int I as 0, since I want to remove the last one. Okay, I can do splice or anything, but in this scenario, I let, let's say format. Okay, then I did not. I start with 0, and then I did not put or equal. So it will be 0 to length. Let's see. Let's test it. I want to check also value list. Okay. Let's see. Let's throw some testing. Okay. We have here data type. The value is not yet defined. Let's see. Okay, let's see. And equals 1. Okay, we have output is A. Okay, I will say here. We'll say oh, sorry. So now I have here my semicolon. Okay. New value list equals. I'll explain to you why I made this, because I'm thinking one of the scenario that a value can have multiple characters. Like it could be a string, it could be a double. So in the double you have to that some like two values or value, right? So what I did is I tried to remove first the last character, and then created a new I know there will be a better solution for this, but I'm trying to push this one. So here what I will do, your let value will be, yeah, so basically it's a kind of a string manipulation. So I'm just joining back the I'm just joining back the value. Let's say if you can see here, if the value is 1, I will take 1, and then maybe if it's 12, then I will have 1 2, right? Then I will just constructing it back. So what I will do, I'll just display here semicolon. I can do a cheat, but see, I just want to showcase that we can make an analyzer out of what we have. Okay, so if let's say I'll give some input. Let's say in basic one and a um, uh, so here we have our output is int a equal to 3 and semicolon. So this is organized in this manner, the same as expected here. So input is int a, we have the data type which is int, the id or the variable name is bar, assign operator, the value, and the semicolon. So it's the same. So you can see here I will remove some, so syntax, I'll remove the console here. Okay, okay, so if you can see here, I created an interface to read as an input from the user. Line 14 is we are doing a splitting by empty spaces. So based on Java or any IDE that we have, they have very sensitive check style. So for sure there will be empty spaces. That's my assumption.
So if the variable is length more less than 4, it means it's invalid or invalid syntax. Or if it's greater than 4 as well, it might be an invalid syntax, assuming that the expected input is a basic definition of variable. Then I have captured the data type, the variable name, the operator, and the value. So the problem here is the semicolon is it can be along with the along with the value. So I check if it ends with now I want to test this one. So for example, if let's say int a equals to 1, but I missed the, so it's a Java, so you miss a semicolon. So this is the validation that we have. And then I split the value, a new list or array. I iterated the array except for the semicolon, so I put it in a new array. And then I said, okay, I will take the semicolon, and then I'm constructing back again the value list. So I said, okay, construct again the value list, excluding the semicolon. And then I said this is the output. Okay, so this is the simple code analyzer. So if you want to try again, let's say int Joji, you have 1000 1 to 100, and then comma. So this is the input, and that's the reason I did an iteration here, because a value can have multiple values. That's all. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.